So now there are some things to consider when selecting an ECU trigger or selecting ECU to work with your particular trigger pattern. If you're still running your OEM triggers, knowing what trigger pattern that is and selecting ECU that's going to support that is going to be the number one step. Not every single ECU supports every single trigger pattern. So understanding what ECU supports that or what ECU has a flexible setup so you can use uncommon trigger patterns is very critical. Give us a call if you need help with that, if you have a unique pattern or if you just don't know what you need. Now, if you're going to select a trigger or change your trigger out on your particular engine, you do have some advantages. And almost always what we're going to recommend is going to be a missing tooth based trigger pattern. That's going to be something like this. This is a 36 minus 1 trigger pattern. Where you can clearly see there's a tooth missing here. 36 minus 1, 36 minus 2, 60 minus 2 are going to be a common. There's a couple other, but anything with evenly spaced teeth and then a certain number of teeth missing all from the same spot. This is great because this is bolted directly to your crank and is always going to be a very accurate measurement of where my number one piston is in relation to top dead center. I'm not going to get timing that's moving around or that's inconsistent. Now, that's going to be great for semi-sequential fuel and for crank position. If we want to run sequential fuel, we're going to need to add a cam sensor, as we discussed earlier. What's great on the missing tooth, if we have a cam sensor, all this is doing is telling the ECU that the next time it sees a missing tooth, that's going to be a relation for when we fire the ignition. And it's going to ignore the other set of missing teeth. And that's how we're going to get very, very accurate